also depicts a father and son relationship pushed to the limit by a seemingly no-win situation. It's a 2018 American biographical drama film directed by Felix Van Gogingen. So presenting Beautiful Boy. Mr. Riyad will tell us about the plot of the film. Mr. Rafi and Mr. Ronnie will acknowledge you about the positive and negative aspects of the film. And Mr. Riyad will mention the takeaways. And I, Zaid, will discuss about the business of the film. So Mr. Riyad, please tell us about the plot of the film.
Thank you, Zain, for nicely introducing. Beautiful Boy chronicles the heartbreaking and inspiring experience of survival, relapse, and recovery in a family coping with drug addiction over many years. When the journalist David Sheff discovers his teenager son Nick has been experimenting with drugs, he has to face the grim reality of being the addict. As a father, his son has become someone he barely recognizes. Beautiful Boy explores the tragic life of Nick Sheff, a struggling teenager who has become the victim of drug addiction. In the initial sequence of the film, it shows how chaotic Nick's life is. He is isolated and prone, as drug addiction strips him from his family, life, and personality. David Sheff is heartbroken to seeing this condition of his son, and he tries his best to provide the help he needs. He dominates as a character of serious, envious, and horizontal father. The passion he has to save his son has no boundaries. He is willingly to just about everything to make sure his son is alive. However, he realizes that by doing this, he is harming the relationship between his wife and his kids. For a moment in this movie, it shows that Nick has been sober and tried and leading life normally with his family. But unfortunately, the dash of drug addiction is not go away easily. Nick has been tapped into the never-ending cycle of drug addiction and soberness. In the ending title, it shows Nick has been sober for 8 years, and it would not have been possible without the love and support of his family and friends. That's all from me. Thank you for hearing me attentively. Now my next presenter, Mr. Rafi, will talk about the positive aspect of the film.
Thank you, Mr. Riyad, for giving me a nice introduction. Hello, audience. From the plot, it can be understood that the film is tragic. Let's talk about some positive aspects of this film. Number 1. The standout in Beautiful Boy is definitely Timothée Chalamet's natural acting. The Carol and Chalamet are both so good, we saw them simply interact with each other in an extended period. Number 2. There are uncomfortable truths about addiction, but also how we deal with those who are addicted. Number 3, in the film, there is a hope, and then there isn't, and then there is hope again. Number 4, learning a bit about how a family deal with addiction. And finally, number 5, the director was able to deliver the story appropriately. The coordination between director and cinematographer was splendid. So that's all from my side, and my next presenter, Mr. Ro, talk about some negative aspects of this film.
Thank you all for the opportunity. The negative aspects of the film are: first of all, we got lots of flashback to Nick's childhood, and that don't serve much of purpose, and it makes the film seem longer than it actually is. The non-linear narrative too often steals the history to its potential power. It might annoy some viewers who prefer a more linear storytelling approach. Secondly, it's almost too pretty in a self-consciously artful way, and that overriding aesthetic suffocates of the underlying truth of lead actors' performances. And the third one, limited perspective. The film primarily centers around the perspective of David and Nick Sheff. A broader perspective of family's experiences could have added depth to the story. And the fourth one, underdeveloped character. David and Nick Sheff are well-developed characters. Some supporting characters, such as Nick Sheff's friends, could have benefited from more depth and exploration in their roles to the story. In spite of all the negative aspects, there are some major takeaways and ideas to be remembered. Mr. Mia will share those ideas.
Thank you for having me here. I will share 3 ideas to remember for the film. Number 1. Memory can be realistic well, and we see torture David wondering if his son's addiction is somehow his fault and replying happier times at the most heartbreaking interludes. Number 2. This film reminds us that addiction is a disease which does not discriminate. It can hit anybody at any time. Indeed, Nick does not fit the stereotype of a junkie. Raised in a loving upper middle class family, he is a good student and shares a close relationship with his father David. Number 3, this film, mostly based on the true story, shows that vividly that addiction not only affects the individual but also the family. Thank you for hearing me. My next presenter, Jain, will tell about the business of the film.
This film is a business. Let me tell you how. This film has won many awards. Among them, Aspen Film Festival and Chicago International Film Festival are remarkable. On Rotten Tomatoes, this film has got an average approval of 6.8, 67% on base of 262 reviews. An average rating of 6.8 out of 10. There is a huge fan base of English Shyamala and Steve Carroll in Bangladesh. There is furthermore no similar film available on XYZ OTT platform to attract